Good day, readers and listeners, and welcome to this latest episode of Tom's Rapid Reviews, where each week we take a few minutes to read out a book review written by one of our fabulous Surrey Library staff. I give a bit of background and context surrounding the book and its author. We talk a little bit about what we think, and it's all done in the hope that you might be inspired to try reading or listening to something new. This week we're once again celebrating LGBT History Month with a bumper review of a couple of books from the service with LGBT themes. LGBT History Month takes place in February each year in the UK. This year it's centred around the theme, "The Arc is Long." Taken from a Martin Luther King Jr. quote, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." Celebrating the history and the present of the LGBTQ+ community, let's turn to a few books my colleagues have read and reviewed which reflect the lives and concerns of that community. We're going to start with Modern Lovers, a novel written by Emma Straub. Published in 2016, Modern Lovers weaves a story of interlocked romantic relationships and adolescence with a sense of humour. Let's turn now to the review by my colleague Sophie. Emma Straub's Modern Lovers focuses on three couples. Ruby and Harry are high schoolers at the beginning of a relationship. Ruby's parents, Zoe and Jane, are reaching a breaking point in their marriage, and Harry's parents have been together since their college days. Straub's strength in this novel comes from her portrayal of human nature and the complexities of relationships. The reader may not agree with how each character behaves in their relationship, but we are forced at the very least to understand their behaviour and their motivations. Zoe and Jane's relationship is not defined by their sexuality, nor does it cater to the male gaze. This is not, however, a story of action, and if fast pace and high intensity are what you require, then this book probably isn't for you. In addition, the character of Andrew drags on the high standards to which the other characters are written, making it a little hard to get invested into his storyline. If you are looking to diversify your reading, however, then this is a book you need to add to your list, and it will leave you in a state of contemplation about your own relationships and behaviours. A nuanced view there from Sophie. Based on what she had to say, I think we'll give Modern Lovers 4 out of 5. Modern Lovers can be borrowed in paperback, in hardback, as an audio CD, or even listened to as an audiobook on the Libby app. On now to the second review of this episode. Another novel, this time written by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The novel in question is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I'll let my colleague Sarah's review tell you a bit more. This fiction book is about a reclusive and ageing Hollywood star who is finally ready to tell her life story. The point of view switches between the present day with the other protagonist, the journalist who interviews her, and flashbacks to Evelyn's past, as we look into her journey to stardom, controversy, and love. There's a big twist which I won't spoil for obvious reasons, but this book has great LGBTQ+ content embedded into it, and you really connect with Evelyn. As someone who read it in less than a day because it was so engaging, I'm going to give the book, I would definitely recommend this book, Based then on the speed of Sarah's reading of the book and how she feels about it, I'm going to give this book 4.5 out of 5. So then, a couple of distinct novels with strong LGBTQ+ content, which my colleagues both enjoyed a great deal. It makes me very pleased to have given them both high scores. Both books are relatively modern. One even has modern in the title, so I thought for this episode's recommend section, I'd list some of the classic works of LGBTQ+ literature which can be borrowed from Surrey Libraries. There's The Well of Loneliness by Radclyffe Hall, an essential and early staple in the canon of lesbian literature. There's James Baldwin's Giovanni's Room, a heartbreaking book about a gay man afraid to love. There's Zami, Z-A-M-I, A New Spelling of My Name by Audre Lorde, a biographical tale of the seminal poet's experience as a black lesbian in the United States. And finally, I might suggest Carol by Patricia Highsmith, the book that inspired the film with the same name and was once known as The Price of Salt, and which is one of very few books in the classical LGBTQ+ canon to have a happy ending. Such was the oppression that these stories often reflected. Well, readers, for now, that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed this episode and would like to thank you for celebrating with us. Join us again soon for another episode along similar lines, but for now, stay safe, borrow books, and I'll see you next time for another of Tom's Rapid Reviews.